How's it going, everyone? This is Soul Singed here, and Lil Pump dropped an album finally. He hasn't dropped any project since he dropped Harvard Dropout back in 2019, early 2019, and he's only dropped a handful of singles here and there and a handful of feature verses here and there. Now, and he has finally dropped an album which came out last Thursday. Now, first of all, this project has gone extremely under the radar. It is a collab project between Lil Pump and Ronnie J. And one reason why it's gone so under the radar is because Lil Pump has not mentioned this album once. Lil Pump has not posted on his Instagram story, made any kind of post about it. Lil Pump has not even acknowledged that he dropped a project. And then Ronnie J has made, I think, one Instagram post about it 4 or 5 days after the album dropped. So most people did not even know it existed because the people who created the album aren't acknowledging its existence. And then what few people I have heard mention this project is more or less just talking about the weird way it released, how it was dropped out of nowhere with absolutely zero promo, and a lot of people trying to figure out what's going on. If this is a case where Lil Pump didn't want to drop, but his management forced the drop, or if he just dropped this for no promo because he's trying to get out of a deal, no one really knows what's going on. But what I have not heard anyone talking about the project itself. I have not heard anyone talking about the actual music. So that's what I'm here to talk about today. I'm kind of give a little bit of a review or my thoughts on this new No Name project by Lil Pump. Yes, the project is actually titled No Name. I'm not kidding. So, one thing I was kind of worried going into it because most of Lil Pump's recent music has not been that good. And it's exclusively produced by Ronnie J. Now, Ronnie J is a legendary producer and has made some incredible beats. However, sometimes Ronnie J's beats just sound lazy, I guess. He has some beats where it's just a really short melody or sound just looped throughout with absolutely no changes, and heavy distorted 808s and a basic drum pattern thrown over it. Boom, that's the entire beat. But the production on this project is actually pretty nice. I enjoyed most of the production on this. Some of the mixing is a little janky, but it's nothing too overbearing. And it's kind of like a return to form for Pump. It sounds a lot like his self-titled project or early 2017 Pump when he was first starting, when everyone thought he was good at making the ignorant hype music. It's kind of a return to that sound in a sense. Now, it's not quite as hard-hitting as some of his old songs, but one thing that should be noted is someone was saying that they think that this is just a bunch of old Lil Pump songs that was released. One of the theories about this album is that Lil Pump is trying to change up his sound and go in a different direction, like with that song End Away, kind of go in that style, and he didn't want to drop this, but his management forced him to drop this. Which I don't think these songs are that old, because the technical aspect of it is technical rapping, his flows, his lyrical ability, all that is improved compared to self-titled. It's kind of like Harvard Dropout levels of rapping mixed with the energy of self-titled Pump. He's not as repetitive, he has some pretty slick flows here and there, and overall lyrics, yeah, sure, they're still nothing special at all, but it's more than what we got on self-titled, if that makes sense. So what we get is a mix of Harvard Dropout Pump and self-titled Pump. Now, I would not consider this project to be nearly as good as self-titled, but I do think it's better than Harvard Dropout. The only thing is it lacks features. The only feature on this project is Tory Lane, No Rack to the Ceiling, and I think that song is absolute garbage. So there's that. And I guess if I had to give this project 0 out of 10, or I mean a 0 to 10 rating, I would give it a 5, maybe 6 out of 10, because this project is not good, but it's a step in the right direction for Lil Pump. The only thing now is this the style of music he actually wants to keep making? Is he going in a different direction? Why was this released? No one knows what's going on with this. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps up this video. Peace.